Hey, how's it going guys? Captain Kuba here, and today I present you my first journal playthrough. This is an idea I've had for a while and I'm finally doing it. I'd realized that when you go to YouTube, you can either find video game reviews or playthroughs of that game. So I started thinking if I could do something in between. Because I personally don't like to watch an hour-long video only to wait for another upload. And with reviews, you always get the reviewer's final thoughts on the game. But let's be honest, we all experience different levels of excitement when playing a game. One day you might think it's the best game ever made, and another day you'll question why you bought it to begin with. That's why I've decided to do this little experiment with one of the most famous games ever made. A game that makes it into everybody's top 10 games of all time list. Half-Life 2. All I know about this game is that it's a really popular first-person shooter that never got a sequel. That's really all I know about this game. So I'll be playing Half-Life 2 every day for at least an hour, then record my reaction to my playthrough, giving my opinion on the game, whether I liked it, what I think it's going to happen in the story, etc. I really don't know if you guys will enjoy my little experiment, but if you do, make sure to let me know in the comment section what other classic games would you like me to do a journal playthrough of. With that said, I give you day 1 of me playing Half-Life 2. Enjoy. Okay, so this concludes day 1 of me playing Half-Life 2. Okay, I'm sorry about being out of focus. I promised as soon as I finished the playthrough, I bought myself a new light, okay? It should get here in 2 days, so you might have to deal with me being out of focus for a few more times, but I promise you, this will get better. Okay, enjoy. Oh my god, I've seen God. This game has probably the best intro of all time. Like, I think I've heard people talk about it, but I'm like, okay, it's just an intro. Like, how good can it be? Dude, it is, dudes or dudettes, it is so freaking amazing. Like, there's not a single cutscene in the game, but you're getting all of this exposition through gameplay. And it's just, it's beautiful. Like, okay, check this reaction out, okay? Check this part out.
Coupon just like everybody else.
Holy crap. Okay. I just want to say that this intro is amazing. I don't know, it's just moments like that that just kind of blow my mind. And the gameplay, the graphics have aged pretty well. When did this game come out? Hold on, let me check when did this game come out, because I honestly don't know. Okay, so this game came out in 2004. 1 year before God of War 1, and I can honestly say that it looks better than God of War 1. Like, unless, I don't think this is a remaster, is it? No, I don't think it is. This is like the actual game. That intro part, with the guy talking, I'm assuming that guy is the villain, like, he looked very good, graphics-wise. I'm kind of slightly falling in love with this game, because it reminds me a lot of Bioshock. In Bioshock, you get a wrench at the beginning of the game, and in this game, you get a crowbar. And I'm just hitting things with hitting wooden planks with it, just breaking things through. The gameplay works. I don't know. I haven't played a first-person shooter in a while, but it hasn't aged bad at all. Like, it's just, it actually works. I'm actually surprised how good this game is. I don't know what to tell you. I did get stuck, and I'm worried about that. The reason I stopped playing is because I got stuck at the... Hold on, what the hell is going on outside? Okay. So, the reason I stopped playing the game is because I got stuck in this area where I, First of all, let me just say that part was really cool because it was full of water, and I went in it, and as I looked up, I saw the soldiers were following me, and they threw these exploding barrels in it, and I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna kill me by doing that. So I shot them underwater. I'm like, that was such a cool moment. But I got stuck. Like, why is there water there? I spent like good 10 minutes trying to jump from wooden planks, not planks, wooden crates, but it wouldn't work. I don't know how to get to the other area. Come on, come on, come on, dude. It's really odd. And when I look at other playthroughs of the game, the water is drained. Why is there water in my area though? I don't get it. But honestly, I love this game. This game is pretty good. Like, there's no actual cutscenes. It's just environmental storytelling, and I love that.
Don't drink the water. They put something in it to make you forget. I don't even remember how I got here.
This game probably has the best intro of all time, and I'm sad I had to stop, but I have to figure out how to get the water out of there. I don't know how to do it. Anyways, this has been day 1 of me playing Half-Life 2. See you guys next time.
Now have direct confirmation of a disruptor in our midst. One who has acquired an almost messianic reputation in the minds of certain citizens.
Whew. Okay, so this concludes day 2 of me playing Half-Life 2. Look at my smile. Look at my freaking smile. This game is amazing, but let me start off with the things I don't like, because you guys are gonna think I'm too biased. Even though I haven't played this game ever, like, I haven't played this game before at all. Okay, like, this is the first time I'm playing it. But, okay, bad things. Guns sometimes feel a little bit too similar, like the machine guns feels very similar to the pistol. It doesn't feel like it has any weight. I did pick up a Magnum later on, and it does feel awesome to use. It's got a lot of recoil. It feels awesome. When you're on the ladders and then you have to jump from it, it's a little bit wonky. What? And that's my main complaint with the game so far. It's a little bit too wonky when it comes to things, but for me, that I'm not a PC player, I am playing pretty good. This game has aged really good. Now, day 2. This game is amazing. This is a masterpiece. This game has already gone into, well, depending on the ending. This game has already gone into my top 10 games of all time. Like, it is so freaking fun to use. This is the best first-person shooter I've ever played. I've played Call of Duty, BioShock, Prey. There's a couple more, Killzone 2. I've always loved those games, but after playing this one, they seem kind of mindless a little bit. BioShock and Prey, not so much, but those games were heavily inspired by this game. I'm starting to see the similarities between those games. But you're not just shooting enemies. That's not the only thing you're doing. You gotta do puzzles, and I'm really into them. Like, I came across this thing, this plank, in which I had to come across the other way. So I had to put weight on one end of the plank and then jump from it. And I'm like, I don't know. It's so simple, but it's more like the usage of physics in the game, and I'm really getting into it. I don't know. It's just, I'm mind blown by this game. You don't know how mind blown I am. I just bought a PS5. Okay, I got Demon Souls and Little Sackboy's Adventure, whatever it's called. And I'd rather be playing this game. That's how many years old. It's so freaking old. But I'd rather be playing this game. It is honestly so good. Story-wise, I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Even though I'm intrigued by it, when he was in the teleporter, he went into the tower where the villain is, the white hair guy. I don't know what his name is. And he said, "Is that you, Freeman?" So I guess he's the villain. And what happened? Again, like, we're still in this part of the story where we're escaping from the authorities. So nothing really has happened in the story itself. Like, I finished the game when I reached somewhere. I'm like, okay, finally, this is a good stopping point. And that's another complaint, I guess. Even though I love this this mission with the airboat. Holy crap! Oh! It was a little bit too long. Like, I was starting to think, like, is this gonna be the full game? Like, just me on the boat and then just stopping off and then doing certain things. By the way, okay, I'm a huge fan of Uncharted 4, and there's 2 similar sections like that. Like, you're on a jeep and then you have to get off and do certain puzzles. I'm like, and I was always mind blown by it. But this game did it so many years before that game. Like, it's, I don't know. I wonder what first-person shooters were before this game came out, because I'm realizing this game inspired a lot of games after that. I know I played GoldenEye in the early 2000s, but that was nothing like this one. This is a completely new beast. This game is amazing. Sorry, I mean, I had to change this thing. Anyway, I am loving this game. I don't know how many journals am I gonna be doing of this, but I am so in love with this game. This game has already gone, like, if they deliver in the story, in the mystery of the Black Mesa, that's another thing. I never played Half-Life 1, so I have no idea what the story is. But I know I'm escaping from the authorities, and I just got to what I think is Black Mesa? So, I don't know. I'm just overall really excited. Anyways, this has been day 2 of me playing Half-Life 2.
The primary trigger emits a charge. You can punch stuff and send it flying. I found it handy for clearing nonsense.
Okay, so this concludes day 3 of me playing Half-Life 2. I'm really enjoying the game. But I'm starting to see more of the issues with the game, or at least what I perceive as issues. It's not... The missions take way too long to finish, I think. Or maybe it feels like that because there's no actual story happening while you're doing the mission, per se. There's no cutscenes or anything like that, but I would expect there to be more characters. For example, when you're playing in Bioshock, you have Atlas, I think is what his name. He's always in the intercom, just talking to you, giving you more exposition and stuff. Like,
I don't know how you survived that plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence.
in this game, it's just you, right? It's just you walking around, and it's got some really cool levels. I gotta be honest, like that's what I like about this game so much. It's the level design, I guess, and the shooting still feels good. I got the freaking gravity gun, and that thing is amazing. That is one of the most fun weapons I've ever used in any game, I think. Like, I picked up this saw. Okay, you know what? Just watch my reaction. Oh, that is awesome. So yeah, it's just, you can do cool things like that. I do have one issue with it. When you pick stuff up, you can't really see what's ahead of you. So you kind of have to guess when where you're gonna shoot the thing. You don't know precise. I think in Bioshock you have a similar ability, but the item goes see-through. You can see through it, so it's much more. It's better like that. But I do like the gun. It's very fun to use. Again, the other problem I have with the game is the story, I guess. It doesn't seem like nothing is happening. I finally made it. That's another thing. Like, after I thought I stopped yesterday at the Black Mesa site, but I wasn't. They just gave me a gun from a cart, and I had to do the car section for another 30 minutes, I think. It was a fun boss battle, taking the helicopter down and all, but it was still a little bit too long of a session. Then I finally made it to Black Mesa, and this was when they gave me the gravity gun. And I met Elias, I think. It's the leader of the rebels. I don't know what they are. And I met also Alex. No, I think I met her before. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. See, it's been so long that I'm kind of forgetting what the story is. I know they're trying to build a teleporter, but I'm not really sure why. It says that the enemies have a teleporter that can take them from their planet, but they can't return. And they're using black matter. Again, like, I'm not really sure what the story is yet. Like, I'm thinking back at the beginning now. Like, when you're on the train, you don't really know why you're there. Like, you only see that figure saying that, wake up, and Gordon Freeman or something. Like, is he being controlled by somebody? I'm really not sure what the story is. I hope it blows my mind by the end of the plot twist or something. I don't know. I ended this playthrough in the highway mission. So Elias was captured by the enemies, and now I have to go and rescue him. And I stopped because it's another car section, I guess. I'm just gonna stop here. It's a good time. I think I've played for like 2 hours. I'm still really enjoying the game, but I'm starting to see more of the flaws with it, and where Bioshock kind of expanded upon it. Like, it's just, it's still good, but I feel like Bioshock refined it a little bit more. I do like the level design, and that area with in Ravenhorn, I think, that was a really cool level. And you're seeing this Russian minister guy just shooting zombies, whatever you call them in this game. And it's a really cool thing. And I noticed that The Last of Us 1 had a similar level to that with Bill. Like, you just come into this area where he's just making traps and stuff. It's very similar. But in that game also, you get more story. You get to talk to Bill a little bit more. Like, I don't know who the hell the minister is. I don't know what his purpose is in this story, or if that's it. I guess his purpose was to help me get out of Ravenhorn at the moment. I don't know. Look, I'm still enjoying the game. I really am. But I'm starting to see more of the flaws with it, and I hope the story delivers. Gravity gun, amazing. Just get this game for the sake of the gravity gun. Anyway, this has been day 3 of me playing Half-Life 2. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, no! Okay, so, this is too bright. Hold on. Okay, so this is... I'm gonna have to hold this up to my mouth. This is day 4 of me playing Half-Life 2. So, I couldn't play during the day because I was pretty busy, so before going to sleep I decided to play a little bit. It was worth it though. This game is really good. I'm really sleepy now, I'm sorry. But, I don't know. Let me gather my thoughts here. I really love the game, but I can really see what the problem is now. we lack a mimir in this game, like a companion that just keeps you entertained story-wise. Because I feel like Gabe Newell just went completely batshit crazy by adding things to this game. Now, they're amazing things. Like, the game has an amazing sense of cinematography, how it, like, that scale, just action moments, I guess. Like, every moment in this game is just an action set piece. That's what I was looking for. Like, I came across this huge magnet to lift up cars, and this is what happened. Oh, you're gonna get it now. This game is awesome. So yeah, I was able to pick up a container and throw it on top of a few enemies, and it's just little moments like that that are not scripted. Everybody's gonna have a different moment that they're gonna remember about this game, and everything just feels good about it. Like, I got this crossbow, and I noticed that it has the ability to, like, it's a bolt shooter, I guess. So it shoots bolts, and it gets enemies stuck up against the wall. And many years before, I played Killzone 2, and there was a similar weapon, and I remember being mind blown by it. And then I see this game did it so many years before again. Like, this game is like the granddaddy of all the games, I guess. Like, I see how all of my favorite games have taken inspiration from this game. This game was revolutionary when it came out. It came out in 2004. Jesus, like, that was during the PlayStation 2 era. That's what I mean. Like, it went from GoldenEye types of shooters to this awesomeness. And the main problem I have with the game is that I don't feel like I'm progressing in the story enough. Like, I don't know for how long. I think I played for like an hour, and it's just me riding the car. And I'm not bored. It's just there's so many things to do. Like, I can get off the car anytime I want and explore some areas, and that's just, it adds to the fun. And everything is just a little puzzle. And the game does them so well that it doesn't really need to give you instructions. You kind of just have to look at the environment, and you can kind of understand it. I'm honestly mind blown by this game, but again, like, that's my main issue with it. That there's so much. I feel like Gabe Newell just wanted to add things. I think it's Gabe Newell, the guy who directed this game. He just wanted to add things to this game and kind of forgot the plot a little bit, because nothing has happened. I played for like an hour, and story-wise, nothing has happened. I'm just trying to get to, I forgot, Nova Port or something, to rescue Elias. It's just me going on a highway, I guess that was the name of the level, and like getting through certain blockades by the enemy, and that's fine. It's gameplay wise is amazing, but nothing's really happening in the story. So yeah, I'm gonna stop for now. I mean, I'm gonna stop for today because I have a headache still from earlier today because I had a busy day. I'm really tired now, so I'm just gonna go sleep now. But I love the game. If I were to give it a score right now, it would be like 9 out of 10, definitely. But anyways, this has been, and the reason I'm whispering is because my sister's on the other room sleeping, so I need to be a little bit quiet. But anyway, oh man, I'm tired. This has been day 4, I think it's day 4 of me playing Half-Life 2. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Are you kidding me? I have to jump on that tiny thing? Really? Of course. This concludes day 5 of me playing Half-Life 2. Once again, it's what time is it? 3:30 a.m. I couldn't play during the day, so I had to play at night, and I was excited to play this. I really was. But today was the hardest playthrough I've ever done of this game, easily. That sentence is weird. It was my hardest. I've had the 2 most difficult levels in the entire game, I think. First of all, I start off in that the floor's lava level where if you touch the sand, freaking bugs start chasing you. Like, that was a pain in and of itself, because I had to use the gravity gun to put weight on some platforms, but they wouldn't become invincible, so I would keep falling, and it was just a nightmare. Oh, you fucker! Now, the game does reward you after that mission by giving you the testicles of one of those mother bugs or something. So the cool thing is that the bugs freaking follow you around. So, and then you can throw it, and then they go after it, and then they attack enemies. So it's like I'm lord of the bugs pretty much now, and it was a pretty cool mission. I liked it. But then I go into the prison, Nova Corp. I keep forgetting the name. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean about the game. I forgot the name. So you go into the prison. This level sucks, man. Like, I've died so many times. Like, I usually play until I finish at least a mission, and then I just stop playing. I couldn't do it today. I haven't been able to rescue Eli Vance yet, because this mission in the freaking prison sucks. Okay, you're in these narrow ass corridors, okay, and you have to deal with the bugs, which sometimes can get in the way. Dude, move! It was really annoying. I keep dying in the same place. That area with the barrier, and I had to throw the grenade over so the turrets would stop shooting at me. I finally did that, and then I move on to the next part, and it keeps getting harder, and I couldn't do it today. I'm not even tired. I was excited to play this game, but it's just those two missions have been somewhat impossible. And again, nothing really has happened story-wise. I do like those moments where you get, I don't know, interactive storytelling, I guess, when you met the one of the monsters thing, and it says the Freeman will use the bug testicles to call other things, and I'm like, that's kind of cool, because the game doesn't really use cutscenes, and that's commendable, I guess. But I mean, I don't know where the story is. Where is it? I'm still trying to save freaking Eli. Who the hell is the man at the beginning of the game? Who the hell is that? Who is the white-haired dude that seems to be in control of all the enemies? Is he an alien as well? I don't freaking know. I'm invested in the world, but not enough stories happening. So anyway, I'm still liking the game. I still think it's amazing. The new bug mechanic is fun as long as the bugs don't get in your way. I think once I finish the prison level, it's gonna be better, because a prison by its nature is gonna be like very tight, very tight hallways, and it's just gonna be really annoying. But hopefully tomorrow I can save Eli Vance. But if I were to give us the game a score today, if I were to give a score to the game today, I can't even speak. It would have to be, I don't know, 8 out of 10 maybe. Yesterday was 9, today's 8 out of 10. But I mean, I still enjoy the game. But anyways, today has been day 5. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Who the hell are those guys? Oh my god, today concludes day 6 of me playing Half-Life 2. Once again, it's late at night, so I have to speak somewhat quietly. But oh my god, this game has gone back to being my favorite game ever made. Maybe not my favorite, but up there. Anyway, so first of all, the main issue I have with yesterday's playthrough is that the hallways were too narrow, and the bugs kept getting in the way of me moving around. Oh, who the hell is that guy in the background? Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it because I'm in the middle, in the way, but I saw someone walking in the back. It's interesting. Anyway, so, oh man, this game is awesome. So anyways, that was my main issue, just the bugs getting in my way. I finally did that part with we have to go up the stairs and then kill a few people with a turret. So I did that, and I came across a weird glitch. I think I started off the game and it looked better. I'm like, this looks really good. And then I enter a loading screen, and then when I passed it, it looked completely different. The fuck? Have you guys experienced that before? Let me know in the comment section, so in my second playthrough I can play it how it was before. But anyways, after I finished that part, I didn't have to play with the bugs anymore, and even though I liked them, the prison level for the prison, they just didn't make any sense. It was too narrow. It was kind of hard to play with them. But I met up with Alex, Elia's daughter, so I was really happy when I saw her, because I'm like, yes, finally some story. This is awesome. And story development, we finally realized that, oh, I forgot her name, the female doctor. Moss Green, Dr. Moss Green, Moss something. She was working for the Combine, and she had betrayed us. So it's all interesting now. So we took Elias from that sarcophagus pod thingy, and we were gonna teleport him back to Dr. Kleiner, where we started the game. Why am I saying we? Where I started the game. And freaking Dr. Moss girl typed in a different coordinates that Alex did not recognize, and I'm all intrigued. I'm like, where did she take him? What the hell? So we get in the teleporter, and we arrive a freaking week later, and I'm like, oh god, there's gonna be time travel in this now. This is getting good. I'm getting into it now. So a week has passed, and the rebels, I forgot what the name is, are like they finally, you know, started the actual rebellion. They're actually taking the fight to the Citadel, which is, I'm guessing, where we started the game, or maybe it's the tower where the guy lives. I don't know. The point is, things are getting really, really good, and I'm really excited. As we were going in the teleporter, I saw these white soldiers that look like freaking stormtroopers. I'm like, who the hell are these guys? I don't know. Finally, the story's kicking in. I can feel a plot twist coming, and I decided to stop today because I wanted to experience the ending tomorrow, because I think it's when I'm actually going to finish the game tomorrow. So, I don't know. Who the hell is that guy in the intro? I still don't know. It seems that the white-haired dude worked with Elias. Maybe with me too, in Black Mesa, because he recognized me in the intro. What the hell's going on? I'm really excited. I don't know. I'm back to loving this game. Today's playthrough was a solid 10 out of 10. It was intriguing. The gameplay was fun. It was all good. There was that weird glitch, but I don't know what's going on with that. Anyways, I'll see you guys for possibly the ending tomorrow. Alright, bye.
Okay, come across.
Alright, so today concludes day 7 of me playing Half-Life 2. Yeah, Half-Life 2. Oh, okay, so yesterday I thought I was really close to being over with the game, but, you know, keeping with tradition, I guess, the game throws me a really big mission of me just walking this city and, you know, having to interact with the rebellion and whatnot. Now, the good thing is that this game does an amazing job as environmental storytelling, and, well, for the most part, I guess. I was gonna say that if it would have had this much interactive storytelling throughout the entire game, like, my experience would have been a lot better. When you go into the city and the rebellion's taking place, you see these guys just taking down like freaking monitors with Dr. Green's you know, repeated propaganda and stuff. I'm like, that is cool. If I had seen more of these things, it's really cool. And I also came across a couple. I think it was a couple. It was a girl and a guy, and they were just on the couch, and the girl was crying, and she was like, "Oh, when is this going to end?" And I'm like, that is really cool, because they're just NPCs, and they don't actually have names. They're not part of the story, but they tell you more about the world, and it paints a better picture. I love it. I really do. But god damn it, just having to play with allies in this game, like NPCs, it's just a pain in the glutes, man. I was gonna say another word, but much like the spiders, now you're given a group of 5 soldiers or 5 rebels to just help you out in your mission, and god damn it, they're always getting in the way. It's just so freaking annoying.
Take this med kit.
Really needed, but okay. Move. Come on, guys. Oh my god. Excuse me.
You got it.
Thank you. It has some pretty cool moments because you can actually just send them in, and they're like your SWAT team. That's what's cool about them. Anyway, but for the most part, they're just really annoying to deal with, because once you're in a freaking hallway, like, that's it, man. Like, you're gonna get stuck. They're gonna shoot, not you, like, and the enemy's gonna shoot you because the people are in the way. It's just a pain in the ass. I wish the developers would have given you not the option, just automatically go through them. I don't care. Sure, it's gonna take me out of the immersion a little bit, but just for gameplay purposes, just let me go through them. Like, it would have been much better. What's next? So I meet with Alex And there's this stupid part that's more my fault. It was pretty dumb. Like I kept dying on that part. Like, oh, you need to use the gravity gun to jolt the generator with the gravity gun. I'm like, what are you talking about? Where is it? So I actually had to look up a YouTube video. I'm like, what are you talking about? So that was my fault. That's not the game's fault. And I just stopped playing at that elevator part because it's so. Platforming is not something this game does great. I think like, it's so finicky. You have to be so exact. So I pull the lever and I get on the elevator and I have to shoot the combine, and then I get up and I'm like, okay, don't move. And every time I jump, I die. I fall to my death. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to sleep now because it's also 3 a.m. now. But anyways, it's still a good game, you know. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you guys. Very early on, I was walking in the level. And I came across this TV in a closet, and when I looked at it, it had the image of the guy from the intro. What the hell is going on with that guy? I'm so hyped up about that guy. I can't believe I still remember. Who the hell is G-Man? I've looked it up. I mean, I haven't looked it up, but I looked up intro guy on Half-Life just for the picture, and it says his name is G-Man, but I really don't know who he is. Is it Freeman from the future? I don't know, but I saw him on the TV, and I got all hyped up because the game is teasing him now. He's gonna be important. I just don't know how. Bottom line, I still really enjoy the game. It's a little bit old, so it's gonna have finicky things like dealing with NPCs that get in the way, and just getting the exact jumps. Like that's a little bit annoying. But anyways, if I were to give the game if I were to give a score to the game right now, it would have to be once again 8 out of 10. Like I'm gonna start playing during the day as well. That way I can play for longer because I'm kind of tired now. I had a long day as well. But overall, I still enjoy the game. I think it's one of the best first-person shooters ever made, if not the best. I'm really tired. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Anyways, you guys, I was gonna do my outro for the stream. You guys have been awesome. Thanks for watching. Bye. But anyways, I'll see you guys in day 8. Hopefully we can finish the game tomorrow. So, bye. Woo! Alright, so what is this? Day 8? I'm not even sure. Yeah, I think it's day 8. This might not be my final entry for the day. Today's playthrough has sucked, and I can speak loudly because it's daylight. We're in daylight now. Like I can speak as loud as I can. Like today's playthrough sucked. Okay. Those spider walkers, I don't know what their name are. I'm gonna call them that because they're like the walkers from Star Wars, but they're in spider form. They sucked, man. Okay, they take like, okay, I don't even know how many rocket shots they take. Okay, because I was too busy surviving them. That part just sucked balls. Like they just keep coming out of nowhere, and I can't deal with that. And the freaking combine coming from another entry. That's my main issue for today's yeah. That's it. And Barry, I like how these unkillable allies of yours, like Alex or Barry, they're always like, oh, I have to do this. Can you go through this? Like, oh yeah, because now you're gonna give me the idiots allies that are gonna die and only serve to get in your freaking way. Because that's the main issue. Today's playthrough was a solid 5 out of 10. Okay, nothing has happened story-wise. I think I played for like 2 hours, and most of that it was just me dying to the spiders. In that freaking room with the turrets, that I had to look at the playthrough for that. Holy crap! I don't know if I'm gonna do another one of these playthroughs for today. I think I might do it again. Today I'm really angry because those spider things just take like 10 shots, I want to say, and they just don't die. Anyways, this has been day 8 of me playing Half-Life 2. I'll see you guys tomorrow or maybe in a few hours. Okay, bye. So I finished Half-Life 2. Why did I play this game? Let me explain. Okay, so I start off like this is the same day as day 8. Like I took a couple hours off. I played some Little Big Planet, Sackboy's Adventure, just to calm myself, just a fun platformer. And then in a few hours, I came back to this game. Like, okay, I'm gonna try and finish it. So there was a few more levels with those robot spider things that are really annoying. That's when I did it. I finally was able to get to the Citadel, or the tower. And it was really cool. It was cinematic. It reminded me of BioShock 1. Like, you're put in these capsules, and you're taken through to see what's going on in there. And you see these humanoids. I feel like they're humans that have been turned into cyborgs or robots or something. They seem to be in pain. So I guess they're just taking in humans and then converting them into robots. So I get to the office, and it's all really good. It's just, hold on, it's all really good. It's very atmospheric, and it's just I was really into the story. And Dr. Briner, I think, he's talking me through the monitors, and he's just, and I'm getting ready for a huge plot twist. And I get to the office, and he brings in Elias and his daughter Alex, and then something happens with Dr. Mossman. She takes the gravity gun. Oh, that's one thing. Okay, so when I went into the tower, they confiscated all of my weapons, but somehow the gravity gun became even more powerful. I was able to just, I had the force, let's be honest, I had the force. I was able to bring enemies closer and throw them, and I was getting hyped. I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna be the best ending ever. Oh my god! So I get to the guy's office, and he brings in Elias and Alex, and then Dr. Mossman takes the gravity gun. No. Dr. Breen takes the gravity gun and escapes. Bottom line, he's gonna escape to the universe from where the Combine comes, I think, and he opens up a portal. So I have to take the gravity gun, use those glowy orbs, and destroy the portal. I did that. And then...
Time, Dr. Freeman?
I knew it.
Is it really that time again? It seems as if you only just arrived. You've done a great deal in a small time span.
Time frickin' stops. And there comes G-Man, putting me in stasis, I guess? They can't do this to me. This cannot be how Half-Life 2 ends. I'm so invested in the story. I don't know who G-Man is at the end. He just comes through time. I guess he stops time. And then puts me in stasis? This is really disappointing, because I was really expecting this to answer some questions. Who are the Combine? Are we going to their universe? Who the hell is G-Man? But no. It doesn't give you any of that. I'm actually downloading a DLC. I think it's a DLC. Let's see. Yeah, Half-Life 2. Can you guys see? Half-Life 2 Coasts. Maybe that'll be a prequel that explains a little bit more. Maybe that... Okay, it's actually here. Let me see what that is. Let me open it up. Because maybe it'll explain who G-Man is. I'm not gonna play it now, but loading. So yeah, Half-Life 2 Lost Coast. I guess I'll be playing that tomorrow. I gotta be honest, if that's how Half-Life 2 ends, I'm somewhat disappointed. I was really into the story, and then it kind of just lets it go at the end. So I don't know what to think. Maybe Half-Life Lost Coast is gonna answer those questions. It's an additional level for the 2004 first-person shooter video game Half-Life 2, developed by Valve. It was released in October 2005, though the Steam content delivery service free now. So I really don't know what that is. This is it, really. This is how I can see fans' frustration with there not being a Half-Life 3. They just left the story up in the air. Like, why would they do that? The game is pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's old and all that, but I love the environmental storytelling. I like the story itself. I'm intrigued. Who the hell's Gordon Freeman? Who the hell's G-Man? I don't know. I'm gonna check Lost Coast tomorrow and see if that answers some of my questions. But yeah. So thank you for watching. I don't know if this is gonna be the ending. I'm sad now. All right. Bye. What? Alright, so today concludes day 9, I believe, of me playing Half-Life 2. So yesterday I thought I was done with the game. It turns out that this game has like DLCs maybe, or maybe they're full games, called episodes. So after Half-Life 2 we have episode 1 and then episode 2. But I'm thinking, why not just call them Half-Life 3 and then Half-Life 4 and then Half-Life 5? I don't know. Why name them episodes? I don't really get that. So I downloaded Half-Life 2 episode 1, which would be Half-Life 3. And I don't know. At first I was somewhat... I'm getting overwhelmed with the story a little bit, because the game doesn't start how the last one ended. In the intro of this game, those, I don't know what their names are, the Blorgons dudes, I'm gonna call them Blorgons, they come in and rescue you, and then G-Man says, oh yeah? We'll see about that. I'm like, what's going on? This is not how Half-Life 2 ended. And then while we're in the Citadel, we see the recording of Dr. Bream talking to the master alien dude, right? And Alex is like, oh, that's a recording. But in the recording itself, you can hear Dr. Bream saying like, hurry, he's coming. He's referring to me. I was the one who was chasing him in Half-Life 2. What is he talking? I don't really understand. Like, what happened? Did they took us from the ending of Half-Life 2 and brought us to another place? Why was I under the rubble in this game? Story-wise, I am completely confused. I don't know if this is... if there's multiple timelines now. I know time travel is involved because G-Man said that time is relative, Mr. Freeman, or something like that. I don't know. Story-wise, I'm not too invested now. Of course, I'm still interested in the mysteries of who G-Man is and all that, but I don't really see what's going on. I don't really get it. So we go into the Citadel to contain the core for the portal, I think, so that more people can evacuate the city. So our main goal is just escaping the city at the moment. I do know, I think I know what makes this game so good when it comes to gameplay-wise. It's more of the mechanics in the game. When you play Call of Duty, it's just shooting enemies. That's all you do. Same with Killzone. In this game, it's more how you interact with the level. That's really cool. So every level has its own gimmick. It's kind of like a Mario game. So in this one was the flashlight, and I hated it because the flashlight just runs out constantly, and you can't see, obviously. So that was a pain in the ass. But other than that, it was an okay experience, I guess. I don't know. I'll see tomorrow what happens with episode 1. I don't know, I'm still liking the game, but I can see the benefits of waiting a few years before starting a sequel. Because now I feel somewhat overwhelmed. I don't know, I don't know what's up with the Blorgons. Why did they rescue us? Who are they though? Like, are they aliens from the Combine world? Are they good? Are they against G-Man? I'm guessing they are. Anyways, I'm rambling now. Like, this has been day 9 of me playing Half-Life 2, episode 1. Yeah. Okay, so today concludes day 10 of me playing Half-Life 2, and the reason I stopped playing today is not because of the game. It's actually because I experienced a huge bug that just... not even Taskmaster could take down the bug. It was such a bug that I had to turn off my computer completely, and I lost all of my footage, so I'm gonna have to rely on my ability to describe what I played through today. So, this playthrough was pretty good. Story-wise, nothing really has happened yet. I met up with Barry, and he wants to take some people in the trains, and so we're gonna help them. That's where the bug happened. Like, that's the biggest story development that has happened. I played for like an hour, I think. Nothing has really happened important yet. I still don't know who G-Man is. I don't know how we escaped thanks to the Blorgons. So, I don't know what's going on. Gameplay-wise, I do have to say that I don't know if this is a DLC or a sequel. I'm gonna have to look that up after today's little record sesh. So, what was I saying? Yeah, gameplay-wise, nothing really new has been added to the gameplay. A few new enemies that are welcome. The face huggers that are actually Combine soldiers that are pretty cool. They charge at you and they have a grenade. There's a few more enemies that I'm not remembering right now. But when it comes to weapons, nothing really new has been added. So I'm kind of disappointed in that. I hope something new. I hope they give us something new in terms of weapons. Because so far I got the crossbow, I got the pistol, I got the magnum, I got the 2 machine guns, so they're all the same. So I hope they do give us a new weapon. But I do like the addition of Alex as a companion throughout the game, because that's what the other game was missing. It was missing a mimir, as I said, like someone who talks to you throughout the experience. It's kind of cool. It doesn't feel as empty anymore. Because I don't know. I came into this house and they were watching Dr. Kleiner, giving them updates on the situation, and he's like, I don't know what he said, but he's like, now it's time to procreate. And Alex said, did Dr. Kleiner just told us to get busy? And I just, for fun, I took the TV and like unplugged it. And Alex said, yeah, I guess we don't have to watch TV. And that all happened in gameplay. That wasn't a cutscene. Like, that's just something I decided to do in the gameplay, in which it's cool. That's cool that I have Alex with me, and she's actually not getting in my way as much as the other allies in the first game. So far so good. I'm enjoying it. If I were to give a score today, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Nothing really has happened in the story. That's the one thing I'm somewhat disappointed. But I think it was just about to happen. We were going to get in the train, I guess, and then we were going to go outside of the Citadel. So that's where the story is going to begin, I guess. We're still carrying that USB thing that has information that we don't know why the Combine wants it so much. So we don't know what's in it yet. But yeah, today has been day 10 of me playing Half-Life 2. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, so this concludes day 11 of me playing Half-Life 2. What a load of crap, because it's also the ending of Half-Life 2 Episode 1. What? How short is that game? Is it even a game? Is it a DLC? Right now it feels like a DLC. I didn't get any new weapons, there were only a few new enemies, and it was what, 3 hours long? Like, that's what it felt like, at least. I googled it, it says it's roughly 4 to 6 hours. It felt shorter than that. Maybe that's because nothing really happens in the story. We start the game with the Blorgons rescuing us, and then G-Man being trapped by the Blorgons, I'm guessing. Then we go into the Citadel. Somehow it just gets rid of the ending of Half-Life 2. So we go into the Citadel. We get a drive that's supposed to have some information that the Combine needs or something. And then we help get people out of the city. That's all you do in the game, if you can even call it a game. Now, I'll give you that moment in the train where you can see the tower in the distance and the other army from the other world is invading through. That looked pretty cool. But I thought that was the beginning of the story. I really didn't think it was going to be this short. Today, this was a waste of money. Like, I'm gonna get episode 2 just to finish with the series, because I promised myself I would do it. It's considered one of the classics, but $11 for this piece of crap? Like, it was such a short game. I guess you can count it as a DLC, but if it's $11 now, how much was it when it came out in 2006? Fans waited 2 years for this game to come out. The first one came out in 2004, and then this one in 2006. It's what, 3 hours long? That's a load of crap. But right now, I'm gonna go and get episode 3, because I promised myself I would do it. So, store. Let's see. 5.2, episode 2. So there you go. So it's $8 long. So $8 long. Well, crap, like, this is from Alpha. This is the second only newspaper outlet since the order less. So I guess I need to get this now. Alright, so first for myself. And yes, I read. Announced all content. Yes. So, yeah, I mean, if I were to give a score to this DLC, I'm gonna call it a DLC. I don't care if it's a game. Like, this was a DLC. Like, no new weapons, only a few new enemies, nothing in the story. This was a complete disappointment. Like, nothing happened in it. I'm so disappointed by this. Like, right now, today's experience with the game would be, hell, 4 out of 10. The gameplay's still somewhat good, but nothing really happened with this game. Screw that. So there it is, Half-Life Episode 2. I'll be playing that tomorrow, I guess. I'll start Episode 2 and maybe finish it in one day.
White Forest, come in. White Forest, are you there?
Alex! My goodness, is that really you?
Yes, and Gordon too. We're okay. We made it out of City 17.
Alex, thank God.
Okay, so today concludes day 12 of me playing Half-Life 2. which would be, I mean, I guess would be day 1 of me playing Half-Life 2 Episode 2. I freaking love it. Okay, I only played for what? How long have I been playing for? Let me check. 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay, that's usually what for as long as I play for. Today has happened more than what happened in the entire Episode 1. Like, story-wise, it's got me excited again. You start off where we left off in Episode 1. So it reminded me a lot of Uncharted 2, because you're in this train, you're trying to survive, and then Alex just gives you the gravity gun, and then you get the tutorial and all that. But then, when we go more into the forest, we meet a new enemy that I think it's called the Hunter, and it's this 4-legged creature that's just looking at you, and it's very, it gives off a really creepy atmosphere. Oh god! But anyway, so that guy stabs Alex, and then the Vorticons. I finally learned their name. One Vorticon comes to help us, and then he calls the other ones. But we have to get to the mines so that we can heal Alex fans. And that whole mission in the mine is so fun. Like you see a new enemy, which is the acid bugs. I forgot what they're called, and they're pretty straightforward. They shoot acid, but it's cool. I hope that they add more enemies, okay? And we got a lot of weapons already. We got the shotgun, we got the magnum, so they're getting it over quick. I'm expecting to see a new weapon at least, hopefully, because then it won't feel like a sequel. I'm also expecting it to be longer. But anyway, so we go into the mines, and we're protecting the mines with turrets, and that's also a pretty fun mission, because it has an alien moment where from the movie, where the sensors are picking up like large numbers of antlions, and then we get the surprise that it was actually more Vorticons that were on the way. And like, it was very cinematic. It was all good. Oh. And then the Vorticons tell me that I have to go and get some larvae extract to help Alex. So we go. I go with a new companion, which would be the Vorticon, and that guy is hilarious, man. Like he's a freaking Sheldon that's capable of fighting. That's how I would. He just says the most obvious things. It's hilarious. I don't know. There was this moment that he scared the crap out of me. That was really funny. Oh god. Oh my god. This guy. So anyways, we continue with the Vorticon, and we get the larvae, and then we just bring it back to Alex, and then we get a very enigmatic cutscene with G-Man. While they're summoning the Vorted essence or something, G-Man just appears to Gordon Freeman again. Is it Gordon Freeman? Yeah. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't know what he said. I guess he's locked somewhere and he's gonna take the soul of Alex. Like, is that what he needs now? As a payment for something? I don't know. I'm starting to think I should have played Half-Life 1, because he mentioned something about Black Mesa. So I guess he was also a character in the first game. So it would have been ideal to play Half-Life 1, and I regret it now. But anyway, I'm back to being in love with this game. If I were to give it a score today, like Half-Life Episode 2, Part 1 deserves a 10 out of 10. I'm intrigued with the story. Oh, and that I forgot to say, like we got what was in the hard drive is the codes to the world of the. I forgot what he said. Like it's very science fiction-y words, and I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. Like you open up a portal, and then we have the coordinates to go there. So we got that. Point is, a lot more story has happened in Episode 2 than it did in Episode 1 entirely. So that's good. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to play it tomorrow. So today has been day 12 of me playing Half-Life 2. Yeah.
What do you think, Gordon? Maybe while I'm getting the car fixed up, you can see about clearing up that roadblock.
Sounds good. Okay, so today concludes day 13 of me playing Half-Life 2, Episode 2, I think. I'm still in love with the game. I really am. Nothing really has happened much. We finally got the car. There was a weird puzzle that I had to look up when it came to like getting the car back. It was the weirdest thing. For a game that relies a lot on physics, it was weird. You had to move the cards from the bridge, and it somehow just went back to it. To me, it just didn't make any sense. But anyways, that car section itself was pretty fun. I am sad that I had to say a goodbye to the Vorticon because I liked him as a character. I hope I see him again. But now, this mission reminds me of the first Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2, yeah. Not one of the episodes. Which were just in the car just going from one point to another. In the first one, I said that I was somewhat bored because it was just me in the car getting off and killing people. It's fun and all that, but you didn't really have a companion that would just, you know, give you some exposition along the way. Now you have Alex, which is a pretty fun character. I like her. And I think she's falling in love with me. That's just going to be my own little prediction here. I think she's starting to fall in love with me, but that's just me. So anyways, what happened? Story-wise, we did come across one of those floating bugs things that had anti-gravity power, which was a really cool interaction. I think he or she is going to be like the final boss, maybe. I had realized that it's not just one. There's many of them, so maybe they're not that important to the story. But I do know that the white-haired dude talked to one of them at the ending of Half-Life 2. So they're somewhat important, and they have gravity manipulation abilities. I don't know. I finished the playthrough when the Combine barricaded, not barricaded, they trapped us with the car. It was kind of cool, because I slammed into this invisible field. Whoa.
It's a trap! Gordon, come on, get inside!
But yeah, once in there, like, we were getting attacked by all sides, and there's a new enemy. Well, not a new, we saw the introduction of it very early on. It's the Hunter. Those things are vicious, man. Like, they just throw, like, exploding darts at you, and they take so many hits to, so many shots to actually take down. They're still fun to fight with, but it's not like those spider monsters in Half-Life 2. Those were annoying as crap. These ones are actually pretty fun to deal with. So again, nothing really has happened much. I played for 2 hours actually, so I played quite a bit today, and we're still making our way to the White Forest, which is where the base is. So I'm excited. I still am. I can't help notice that it doesn't feel like a sequel still. I like the pacing. I like the story. But there's no really new innovations. That's redundant. There's no innovations on the side of gameplay. You're doing the same things. I don't think there's gonna be another weapon, and that makes me sad. I'm glad that there's a few new enemies, but other than that, there's nothing really new in the game itself. But the game, it does look pretty good for being that old. So I'm still excited. So maybe tomorrow I'll finish the game. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow.
Okay, dog. Race you to the base. Step on it, Gordon.
Oh yeah. Ah, damn it. Okay, so today concludes day 14 of me playing Half-Life 2. I am really sad right now, but before I tell you why I'm sad, I'm sure you guys know why I'm sad, but before I tell you why I'm sad, I need to go over my playthrough today. So we pick up right after we left off the other day with the car. We got rid of the force field and we were able to use the card. By the way, congrats to whoever designed the car mechanics at Valve. Like, that thing controls beautifully. Whenever I play a racing game, a racing game, I always have to go on the third person view because it bothers me when I'm in first person. But in this game, you're forced to play as first person, and it freaking works, man. Like, I'm using my keyboard, and I'm like drifting with the space bar, and it feels awesome. And then there was that moment where I finally, okay, first of all, so you guys know that I hate those spider enemies with my life. I haven't had to deal with one of them in a while. So we go through this gate, and there's a dead body of a Combine ship, and I get close to it, and it turns out to be a spider. And this is what I said. Oh. Ah, crap. Now, my disappointment didn't last long. It's like as if the developers knew that they were annoying, so they sent frickin' Dog in to do my work. So Dog just took it down, and it was such a cool moment. It's one of those awesome moments in Half-Life where it's just, a cutscene within the gameplay. It doesn't really take you out of the experience. And it was really cool because where I stopped to look at it is exactly where Dog threw the brain at me of the spider. And it's one of those things I'm like, I've always suspected they're biological, but now I have proof. I'm like, I picked up his brain. I'm like, that is such a cool detail that the game actually lets you pick up its brain. But anyway, we finally make it to White Forest, and we meet up with this jerk scientist called, I forgot his name, man. He was such a jerk, man. Like, I almost wanted the Combine to win just to annoy this guy. He was such a cocky asshole. Anyway, so then comes this mission that is just a pain in the ass, but fun at the same time. I'm driving a car and I'm using those mines that I have to go up to the spiders and like just stick it to them and then blow it up with one of my guns. I died a few times and it was a little bit annoying, but it was also somewhat enjoyable. But anyways, so the game lets me, Gordon Freeman, press the button to launch the missiles. And again, it's one of those cool things that doesn't happen in a cutscene. It's me, the player. I get to press the button, and then I freaking close this portal. So throughout that section, there was a smile in my face because I'm like, this feels good. Like this is kind of like I'm finally getting to see all of these characters. None of this happened in episode 1 or just Half-Life 2, at least as much. Now you get all of these characters, and I kind of like them, except for that jerk doctor. So, anyways, we're also. Oh, I forgot to say that. Dr. Mossman is at the Borealis, I don't know, some ship. So I feel like that's where the sequel is going to be. Yeah, you know what the sequel is going to be about. And that brings me to my point, the ending of this game. Because this is not a DLC, this is a game. So, one of those things, I called it, I knew there were going to be a boss battle. It wasn't really a boss battle, it was the last villain that actually killed, I forgot their name, those blob aliens things. They killed Eli Vance, and I was really sad. Like, that moment was really touching. Like, Eli was just like, don't look, honey, don't look. And then the bug thing just stabs him on the neck, and then he dies. And then, as the screen was fading away, this was my reaction. No, don't end it here. No. So yeah, the game ended on a flicking on a freaking cliffhanger again. And I get it. I get what Half-Life fans have to deal with. That is such a jerk move by Valve. Why would they not finish it? Honestly, look, I've been somewhat mad about the games not innovating enough when it comes to new weapons or new enemies. Sure, they have a few new enemies, but they were mostly the same. But honestly, look, just make the same game, same graphics, same weapons. Just let us finish the story. Like, I am now a huge fan of all of these characters. Gordon Freeman, Alex Vance, Eli, who's now dead, Dr. Kleiner. I did not expect to fall in love with this world as much as I did. And now it's gone. I can't finish the trilogy. I get your pain. It's like, as a God of War fan, I would be pretty pissed if the series ended in God of War 2 with Kratos going up to Mount Olympus. I'm like, Valve, you can't just release the game, man. Like, I'm a new fan. Like, I played this game in 2021. Just release Half-Life 3, please. I just want to see where it ends. I want to see what the Borealis is all about. I want to know. But I'll never be able to. God damn it. I don't know if I should stop my little experiment of playing it daily right here, or if I should go back and play Half-Life 1. I might just do that in a separate video. I don't know, because I feel like it's going to be even worse as a gameplay mechanics. But I am so sad right now, because I need my Half-Life fix. And I don't have a VR to play Half-Life Alyx, which looks really good. So I'm just really sad I can't play Half-Life 3. I get your pain, Half-Life fans. I get it now. Valve, you guys are evil, man. Like, just release the game. Anyway, I'll probably come up with a conclusion or something later on, but this is the end of me playing Half-Life 2. Thank you for watching. Sorry about that. Thank you for watching. So my first journal playthrough has been somewhat of a roller coaster. I started playing the game not knowing anything about the mechanics, story, and world. but by the end of it, I couldn't get enough. Valve truly created a masterpiece. Even though the first game was light on story, the mechanics and puzzles throughout the adventure kept me entertained. Episode 1 was just okay, it was too short in my opinion, and Episode 2 just hit it out of the park. Sure, it didn't add any new weapons, but the pacing of the story and the interactions I had with Alex kept me glued to my seat from start to finish. And speaking of that ending, that has to be one of the best cliffhangers in all of gaming. My body's ready to go and rescue Dr. Mossman at the Borealis. But it seems Valve is not interested in finishing the trilogy. I can only imagine what Episode 3 would look like on next-gen graphics. With that said, I want to give a big thanks to all who watched the video completely. I know it was really long, but I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I want to give a big thanks to all of my members for their monthly support of the channel. People like Timbo Slice, Mohammed A, and Victor Von Doom, to name a few, are the main reason I'm still uploading videos. I would also like to thank everyone who likes and shares my videos. With that said, thanks for watching, and remember, go forth, in the name of the Borealis.